Hey everyone, I'm just making some Spanish rice. I got the flame going about medium, and I'm gonna add a little bit of oil in the pan. This is just vegetable oil. Okay, I'm gonna put the rice in. What I do is I put a layer on the bottom of the pan. I'd say it's probably close to about a cup of rice. It's just a long grain white rice. Then I turn up the heat at this point to about a medium high. And it's gonna take a few minutes, but I want to brown the rice. See if I can adjust this. Let's see. Let's see, that lighting's probably okay. And all you're gonna need is one can of tomato sauce. Let's see, I don't know how to. Okay, I'm just letting the video go so that you can see how I toast it. Also here I already have some onion that I diced up. And one thing that I do instead of just salt, I've been putting some of this for seasoning and flavor and salt. It's got plenty of salt in it. It's called chicken flavor bouillon. Put about a teaspoon and a half of that in or so. And then you'll need about 3 cups of water or so. It's starting to toast slightly. I like to get it a little bit, kind of a little bit more toasted so that it has the like a nutty flavor to it. If you can see, it's starting to brown already. Let's see if I can turn down the brightness, if that helps. You can hear it sizzling. Okay, it's starting to toast really nice now. You could see if you can see the brown in the pieces of rice. Let it go a little bit more. Then after it toasts just a tiny bit more, then I'll add the onion and saute the onion. It's already got a little bit of oil in there, so this is the diced white onion. I put maybe that's maybe a quarter cup of the diced onion. And you saute it, stir it up, and it starts sauteing and releasing the flavor of the onion in the rice. At this point, you don't want to go too long because the rice is already browned quite a bit. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, at this point I'm going to go ahead and add the water. Now, I got almost all the water that I need in there, but I'm going to add the tomato sauce. And then I put a little bit of water in the can and rinse the can out, to not waste the tomato sauce, like someone I know. And then I put about a teaspoon, maybe a couple of teaspoons of this. Not too much because it is salty. And stir that so you can mix in your tomato sauce. Okay, and then at this point I add black pepper. I have two kinds of black pepper. I have the coarse ground black pepper, it's a little coarse. And then I also have the fine, so whichever one you want, or you can grind your own. I usually use the coarse grind. And just a sprinkle, maybe a total of maybe it's a total of a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more. And stir that in. So it's about 1 part rice and 3 parts water usually. That's usually what I do. And then what I'm going to do is I'll turn up the heat here and get it to a boil. Once I get it to a boil, then I'm going to cover it with a lid and turn down the heat to only a simmer. At that point, then I'll go for about 12 minutes with the lid on and not peeking at it. You don't lift the lid at all. And that'll give it enough time to absorb the liquid and to cook the rice. When that's done, I let it just sit for about 5 minutes. Remove the lid, use a fork to fluff it, and it's usually ready to eat. Okay, it's coming to a boil. Now I turn it down to where you just see a real light simmer going on. Cover it with the lid. Set a timer for 12 minutes, and it's done.